Alright, what's up guys, XreignZ here. Now I'm bringing you my two latest tracks. I think I took about 1 or 2 months off from forging, basically just got really bored of it. But now I'm back, I guess. Not sure how frequently I'm going to be making tracks, but these two I've made over the past 4 or 5 days. So obviously I've been forging a hell of a lot. Now both of these tracks are pretty realistic. Obviously you can't create a 100% realistic track in Halo, seeing as you have to do split sections for rhythms, since you can't, since it's not the physics of a real life bike. But close enough. It's as close as I'm gonna get, at least I think so. Maybe it's not as realistic as some tracks out there, but I don't really want to go that far because those tracks kind of get boring sometimes. Anyway, this track is called Fractal SX. As you can see, it's on Ravine. The name Fractal, I don't know, that just came to me somehow. But as you can see, it crosses the whole shot twice basically, which is kind of cool. I really like crossing the whole shot multiple times. And this first split section, I'm really proud of it. It really reminds me of MX vs ATV reflex. And this triple, you really want to take the berm as high as possible, otherwise you're probably going to clip your back tires and flip on the triple. This one also requires quite a bit of speed, and then just 2 singles, pretty easy. This split section up here can be quite challenging, not because of the actual split, but because of how much speed you need to carry to double and single out of the next section. If you don't carry as much speed as possible, you won't be able to double the next section and then single out. You will have to roll over and then double out, which is obviously a lot slower since you're wasting time rolling over the first little bit. And yeah, so huge waste of time if you can't carry your speed. Back around to the triple, I have a lot of people complain about that, but I really think it's just because they don't take the berm as high as they possibly can. I personally have never ever failed the triple unless I cut the berm or something. But yeah, the split is just so fun to take the left side in my opinion. The right side is good as well, but it's not as fun as the left side, Unfortunately, when you design splits, sometimes one side just comes out more fun than the other, even if they're both the same, even if they both end up being the same speed. But yeah, so that's this track, Fractal SX, guys. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, so this track is called Hammerdin SX. The name comes from a game I used to play, just a little game known as World of Warcraft. Anyway, so yeah, there was a class on that game called Paladin, and then they liked to use hammers, and sometimes people would call them Hammerdins, and yeah. Anyway, this is the first track that I've successfully done that kind of starting gate on. I just kind of cheated and went onto someone else's map on Forge and saw how they did it, and yeah, it's pretty easy. Just I couldn't figure it out because the game is stupid and just doesn't work when certain items are forged inside of other items. And sorry for the notification there, I forgot to turn notifications off. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this track. It has a ton of split sections. Last time I counted it was 6 or 7. Now the only thing is they're not 6 or 7 completely different splits. If you take a split on the right in one section, you're likely going to have to take it to the right again in the next section, except for a couple of sections. So effectively there's really 3 or 4 split sections, but I'm still proud of that, and it's got that really consistent triple right there. These whoops are really challenging if you're not going completely straight. if you're going complete straight, you should be fine. But yeah, I love this split. You have to slow down when you land that jump, otherwise your wheels are going to lock up and you're going to go straight into the wall. Now I balanced that out by putting a whoop on the left side, so you have to slow down basically whichever side you take. And this on-off is just huge. These rocks aren't too brutal here, but you do want to have a good line to set up for the berm, to set up for the split. And I have a lot of people telling me that, well, not a lot of people, but I had one person telling me that on the left side of the split, when you hop on, hop off, you can overjump it, but it's really just down to throttle control. And right there, me flipping there, that was also down to throttle control. If I had have braked in the turn before, I would have been fine, but because I let my mongoose do my braking for me and it braked too late, I didn't have enough speed for the jump, so I flipped. Anyway, that's this track, guys. That's both of these tracks, Fractal SX and Hammerdin SX. Now, don't forget to go subscribe to the Outlaw Racing live channel if you want the race coverage of official races and the ORL live show weekly, and also Classic Race of the Week, where Darkstar takes a race from back in Reach. I think he's finished up season 1, so he might be moving on to season 2 now. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, definitely go check it out, guys, because they're a lot of fun to watch those old races, especially for those nostalgia purposes. But yeah, that's it. XreignZ out. I like turtles.